Antarctica is one of the most mysterious areas on Earth. How many unknown secrets are hidden there? And why is it called the forbidden area of life and the end of the world? The total area of Antarctica is more than 14 million square kilometers. It is the fifth largest state in the world. However, 98% of its surface is covered by glaciers in the middle of the year. More than 90% of the glacial water in the world is stored in Antarctica. If all the glaciers in Antarctica melt, the global sea level will rise by 60 meters. Most of the coastal areas in the world will be swallowed by seawater. However, such a mysterious continent is the last continent on Earth to be discovered and the only continent that has not been fixed for human settlement. As early as 1739, French navigator Buet accidentally discovered a small island near Antarctica. But due to the extremely dangerous geological curve at that time, he could not successfully land at all. When Buet went back and told the world about this discovery, people realized that there might be a larger area in the far south. Since then, human exploration of Antarctica has continued. In 1773, British navigator James Cook's first cruise ship broke into the South China Sea and opened the Mystery Island. Until 1820, 50 years later, Paul Motz finally discovered Antarctica. Since then, humans have begun their conquest of Antarctica. However, the temperature here is extremely cold. According to records, the average temperature in Antarctica is 25 degrees below zero. The lowest temperature ever was 89.2 degrees below zero. This is the lowest temperature record in the world. And there is almost no precipitation here. There are also very few signs of life. That's why Antarctica is called the end of the world by humans, the end zone of life. It is worth noting that Antarctica and North Pole are both base points on the Earth, but there is a big difference between them. The ice layer below North Pole is the ocean of liquid nitrogen, and the ice layer below Antarctica is a supercontinent. And the temperature in Antarctica is much lower than that of North Pole. But what is the same with North Pole is that you can also see very spectacular aurora phenomena in Antarctica. More importantly, Antarctica is not affected by human activity. It has a very precious ecosystem and natural resources. In order to protect Antarctica from pollution, as early as 1959, many countries in the world jointly drafted the Antarctic Treaty. The treaty stipulates that Antarctica does not belong to any country. If each country wants to act in Antarctica, it can only carry out scientific investigations for the purpose of peace. Even if ordinary people come to Antarctica for a trip, they can only look at the scenery and animals in the outermost area. It is not allowed to enter the interior of Antarctica. But what is strange is that in 1991, Russian researchers found that there is a large amount of liquid nitrogen water, and this is the world's largest glacial lake Vostok. The lake is about 250,000 meters long and about 50,000 meters wide, can reach 1,200 meters deep. The average water temperature of the lake is less than 30 degrees Celsius. The water quality here is much cleaner than the steam water purified by double layers. And the reason why it has not been frozen may be due to the heat of the Earth's core and the huge pressure caused by the heavy ice layer that causes the water's solidification point to fall. What's more incredible is that when the researchers were collecting samples and analyzing them, they found a large number of new species of life according to DNA and RNA testing. There are more than 3,500 species of life here. Most of them are relatively ancient monocellular life. It is hard to imagine that in such an extreme environment in Antarctica, the lake is a lively world. At the same time, they found that the oxygen content here was very sufficient, which is very suitable for the evolution of life. But due to the concern of environmental pollution caused by Vostok Lake, the research team decided to immediately stop the research on gas exploration. However, this discovery also provides important information for human research on the origin of life and provides us with the possibility of finding extraterrestrial life in the solar system. It should be noted that there are a large number of ice-cold planets in the solar system, and the surfaces of Tuvalu and Muvale are covered by ice layers. According to the observations of the probe for many years, there is a liquid ocean under their ice layer. Scientists believe that life can be bred under the Antarctic ice layer, so Tuvalu and Muvale, which are similar to the Earth's environment, are likely to be able to breed life. And after 2024, NASA will launch a probe for Europe. If humans really found life on Tuvalu, it means that humans are not alone in the universe. And life is an extremely common phenomenon in the universe, and there may be countless extraterrestrial life.